Yo, can y'all hear me out there? DT Smith Crockett, what's happening? What's going on? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Good if I'm breaking up or whatever. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and everything. Make sure the sound coming through before I begin. Man, what's happening? What's happening? Can y'all hear me out there? Oh, okay. Salute, dog man. TV, what's up, my brother? I'm gonna go ahead and get started. How everybody doing out there tonight? Trying to get it on my phone also too, so that I can see the comments while I'm working it on the laptop. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, let me start out
No
like this
dog
here.
sold or raised for illegal purposes. This is a historical and entertainment-based channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me in the chat room? I'm gonna have to switch to my phone, man, cause this ain't doing it right here. Can y'all hear me now? Man. Burning draws. Who talking about burning draws? Is there you on them titty sprinkle with both? Damn, I must be on them today. Technical difficulties going on. Can y'all hear me? Somebody let me know y'all can hear me if y'all can hear me in the chat. Okay, appreciate it, DT Smith. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Oh, try to start it again. Mm.
No dogs sold or raised for illegal purposes. This is a historical and entertainment-based channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Episode 31. Let's go. Yo, yeah. Let's go. Tance, Bruiser, Tance, Travis. Banjo, Banjo and Tina did it under a key. Bulldog Court. One day I'm gonna get the timing right on this. The delay throw me off. This your boy Get a Hope James, because we got to get a hold of the game, the underdog. I like to thank everybody for bearing with me as I go through these technical difficulties, trying to get everything situated. This is an ongoing process with me. You could have been anywhere else in the Bulldog streets, but you decided to come kick it with your boy, and I'm so happy that you did, the underdog. Oh, let me turn the applause up. Applause up for all the people. I'd like to thank everybody who checked out my last episode 30 of Bulldog Court, where we had a surprise guest. Mert Dog came into the courtroom to plead his case of him turning Paul Eli, biting off California Jack's ear. Surprise hearing, but we heard it, and that went the infamous ear tear, Mert Dog versus California Jack, and the mishap or the Avila ouch deal. Supposedly, we're gonna put our fingers in the air, quotation marks. Supposedly, we wasn't there. We don't know for sure. We just only heard one side of the story, but it was surely a entertaining one. And this is a entertainment and historical channel. Nothing is meant to endorse anything illegal. Nothing is going against the Animal Welfare Act of 1979 nor 1976 or the statutes therein. Also, too, I am not the judge nor jury, for it is up to you, the Bulldog community, to decide which way the tide may roll. Let me go back over to the comment section to review the text, get some shout outs. C.T. Smith, what's happening? Crockett, what's happening? Sounding good, okay. Oatman, what's going on? Oatman, yeah, that's me. My brother, Dogman TV, man. Sprinkle. Dorian said I'm on them sprinkles. Man, I'm scared to hit that because J.Bo would kick in like hell. It sounds like non-stop saying he was faded. Like, faded. Burning draws. Crockett, crazy. Mr. 216, I think I shouted y'all out. Todd Green, what's going on? Appreciate you for letting me know I'm good. I appreciate the commentary every time. I don't take it for granted. Look like there's some activity things going on within the Bulldog community. You know what I'm saying? Some people getting clown faces painted on them or something. But I digress. Things always transpiring in the Bulldog community. You just have to be aware of it and sometimes just stay the hell out the way. You understand? What's good? Tough times. I'm not going to prolong the time. We finna get into our first case. I want to talk about Tance Bruiser and Tance Travis, their contribution to the Bulldog world, Red Boy Jocko G, worldwide. But the first two will be these two, Travis and Bruiser. I don't think, did anybody correct me? Did Bruiser win one? I know Travis won one. I know Tant had him, and then later Texas Express had him, and he produced tremendously for them. But let me get into my video. Like the head go. This is the first case.
Tance Travis and Tance Bruiser are two of the better-known Red Boy Jocko Jeep, crossed dogs off of Tance Grand Champion Yellow. Let us take a look at these two fine animals. Tance Travis is a double-bred son of Yellow with a out-of-Jeep through Garrett's Crystal. Travis was a tremendous producer for Tant and later Texas Express. He would produce dogs like Davis's Grand Champion Magnum, Davis's Champion Sable, Broken Arrow's Champion Ugly Dudley, Miranda's Champion E.L. Rubio, and Hard Copy's Champion Dixie Dave, that also went on to produce as well. Now we will look at Tance Bruiser. Bruiser was another fine animal that was from a Yellow and Jeep crossed. Bruiser was out of Yellow and Tance Honeybee, who was off of Singleton's Grand Champion Snake and Garrett's Crystal. Bruiser would go on to produce many winning dogs like Laborer's Champion Charlie, just to name one. Bruiser also was a producer of producers like Competition Kennel's Little Missy Rom, that produced Grand Champion Blackface, Champion Diablo, and Champion Miss Key. BBZ's Red Ace Rom was another one, and the legendary producer Yakuza's Mr. Indian Rom that produced at least 3 Grand Champions and 12 champions overseas. In my studies of the American Pit Bull Terrier, only the Hammond's dogs have more influence worldwide than the Red Boy Jocko Jeep cross. There are many others that specialized in this cross like Hardcore Kennels, who deserve their own segment by themselves. But what do you think of these two producers? Do you think their influence was felt or not so much?
Okay. I hope everybody enjoyed this short video pertaining to the case that I'm pleading to the Bulldog community pertaining to Tance Bruiser and Tance Travis. We oftentimes talk about the Jeep Red Boy cross. This case was really inspired by Burner Star. I don't see him in the chat just yet. I don't think. I haven't switched back over to the other side. But we in the chat on last week live, and he talked about, he commented that a lot of people always talk about the Jeep Red Boy, but the Red Boy Jocko Jeep was just as strong, and I concurred with what he was saying. As a matter of fact, that inspired me to come with this case on just 2 examples. We can go overseas and talk about J.Bo, who contributed a whole lot via the United States of America and sent overseas and was bred. He was a one-time loser. We could talk about many others, Hardcore Kennels with their breaker female, and many others. Champion Bojack, Champion Doogie, Dog of the Year, Grand Champion 9 Millie, Dog of the Year 2000. And the list goes on and on for Hardcore. And their Red Boy Jocko Jeep strand that are dogs that contributed heavily to this battlecross, or just cross. I don't want to say battlecross. It's just a traditional cross. And so, how do you all feel about influence? Now, I got my notes here. Tance Travis, 1 Grand Champion and 4 champions. Bruiser, let me see. I think he had a few champions, but he was more so a producer of a producer, much like Red Boy. Red Boy, was not a producer that produced a high number of match quality dogs, but he did, however, produce other famous producers like Bingo and many others. And so Yellow John, etc., that will go on to reshape the Bulldog world as we know it. Tance Bruiser is no exception. We know, like I said in the video, with competition kennels, Little Missy, see through grand champion and four champions. You have laborers champion Charlie that appears in many pedigrees tied into Ozark's Bill. Some of the Steel Fire's Patty is crossed into the laborer champion Charlie off of Tance Bruiser. You will find these in certain areas of the country. If those that know can know about those things or those dogs that are still pretty much uh, somewhat intact, but been crossed into other Jeep Red Boy and Red Boy Jocko crosses. So, do you feel as though these dogs had a significant play in what we know as a Red Boy Jocko Jeep cross? Are these dogs should they be considered in this? And how do you all feel about the Red Boy Jocko Jeep cross? Uh, like I said, hardcore really needs no introduction. Really, at a later time, would do a full, complete segment, case, and possibly expose on all of the hardcore dogs. They just that prominent that they need that much attention to detail to go through and scour through and examine each one of their champions and each one of their winners, like Champion Tech 9, like Grand Champion 9 Miller, like Champion Doogie. Even though, Doogie was, like I said, there were politics at play. Doogie was already scheduled to be the dog of the year. They showed Doogie, some things occurred, and that's the way that history goes. And so, I'm just, asking the Bulldog community, how do you feel about these dogs? Let me see. Let me go back to the chat. Okay. Jenna Johnson, salute. Courtney Edwards, salute, my brother. Kendrick Blatcher. It's a few grand champions. That's the Red Boy Jocko Raffle Cross. That was excellent as well. It wasn't put together as much as the Jeep Cross, but they threw deadly animals. This is true. This is true, Kendrick. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name, sir. But this is also true. And also too, the people talk about Jeep Red Boy, but the Red Boy Rascal Cross, the Red Boy Rascal Cross, Jeep Rascal is well known. That's sprung out of Georgia, like many of the first couple of champions, like Havana Boy champion Blondie, were Jeep Rascal crosses. They crossed Rascal females into Jeep to get his first couple of champions that helped them to begin to gain momentum and steamroll up the register of merit list to where we know him as at today. But I think people in the Tennessee area kind of brought that into prominence was the Red Boy Rascal. And then the later part of the 1900s, people just went Red Boy Eli, especially, in Georgia, Florida, or northern Florida, Alabama, certain parts of Mississippi. You would begin to see more Red Boy Rascal or just Red Boy Eli, Red Boy Maverick, Red Boy Chinaman. You would see those dogs more heavily than you usually would. Jeep Red Boy Chinaman is a cross. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Arkla Combine early on, before they added the Mayday Fatty Girl to make Screaming Demon, before that, Wranglers, people look at Wranglers champion, Bluegrass champion Wrangler. He is a Yellow John or Red Boy Jocko. He has Yellow John on top, the Red Boy Jocko on the bottom through yellow. So here, that is a Red Boy Jocko Jeep Chinaman cross, like a four-way. So there are some serious crosses that were established and that continue to move on into the future, uh, and pretty much intact, and became their own family of dogs and bloodlines, and still stay intact, have stayed intact pretty much to this very day. So this is just a case that I'm pleading to the Bulldog community. But what do you think? Never mind me. Please leave your comments in the live comment section. Please leave your comments after the show is over. I would love to go through them and converse back and forth. Mountain Man Homer, Haymaker, hell yeah. I mean, yes. Fire, yes. Red Boy Rascal, that's it. He is naming more. Dogman TV said Mountain Man Haymaker. Hold on, how can I? Okay. And you know, like I said, he is being very specific by saying Haymaker and Mountain Man Homer. That's a specific type of rascal, a specific type of red boy. And those crosses were very successful as well. I'll be forgetting to put the stuff on the screen so other people can see it. It's a few grand champions at the Red Boy Jocko cross that were excellent as well. It wasn't put together as much as the Jeep cross, but they threw deadly animals. It's true. I read this already, but I want people to see it. For those that will come in on the replay game, shout out to all the replay game. So this is just a case that I am bringing forth to the community. Hold on, let me go ahead and put my. I'm gonna wait till after I get through with my second case. I'm only having two cases on my lives, and then I will then put a link in. If people would like to come in, I'm not on my laptop today. I am on the phone, so I cannot go into pedigrees, but I had planned to go into on my laptop and the sound, whatever went out. I don't know what the hell happened, but anywho, maybe I'll be able to go on a live random thoughts and opinions with better internet instead of this bootleg. Okay. Let me go and play my commercial for Bulldogging with Bo. Check this out.
Check out one of the best dog talk shows out here, Bulldogging with Bo, on Dogman TV, Thursdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shout out to his co-host, Nonstop.
Okay. And let me go ahead. And the case of Tant Travis and Tant Bruiser and their contribution to the Bulldog world. And how do you feel about this cross? This case is now dismissed. Hold on. Okay, let us move on to my second case. The Grand Champion Banjo, Grand Champion Tina cross was a very heavily anticipated cross, much like the Grand Champion Gabe, Grand Champion BB Red cross. Anytime you crossing two Grand Champions, I believe that it's going to come with a lot of expectations. A lot of people got their hands rubbing together like baby from Cash Money, ready to put their bid in to get one of these puppies off of these two great animals. Anytime you can get five, you gotta be considered great. That's not easy, especially during those times in history where if people saw your dog once or twice, you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar they finna go get some that gonna put the brakes on your animal. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, be 100%. They have a style that gonna match their style. And if you let the wrong person see it, oh my, you might be in for an end of your winning streak. Anyway, let me play this video. Like to hear it. Here it go.
For the next case, what made the difference in the Grand Champion Banjo to Grand Champion Tina breeding? 3 offspring come to mind: DSK's champion Redman, Musclehead's champion White Boy POR, and Holland's or Zolar's Winky POR. This breeding would produce winners and producers alike. Although Redman did fall short on one occasion, each one would produce pretty well. First, we will talk about Dead Serious Kennels champion Redman. He would go on to produce Dirty South champion Uncle Tom, Evans champion Lil Redman, and champion Mickey D, just to name a few. Then there was Musclehead's champion White Boy POR. He would go on to produce CMB's champion Nala, champion NEK's champion Morpheus, Musclehead's champion Rico, and Musclehead's Witchy Poo, 2-time winner, just to name a few. And finally, Zolar's Winky POR. Winky would produce 2 champions when bred to Patrick's linear POR, and that would be DSK's champion Cujo and Cosa Nostra's Chi-H Rocket. She would also produce other producer of record, like BWK's Slick 2-time winner POR and Power Grip's Banjo 3 POR. Looking back at history, how do you view this breeding? Do you believe they lived up to the standard of their grand champions, sire and dam? Or do you believe they underachieved?
Okay. And that is the top and bottom line of my question for this second case. Do you believe that the Grand Champion Tina, Grand Champion Banjo breeding met the standard that we thought there would be? Or do you believe that they underachieved? Now, we see that the 3 dogs that I highlighted from that litter are 2 champions, 2 PORs, producers of record. I'm not sure if Redman made POR or made wrong. Some of this stuff is not on pairs online. Some of it is undocumented. Some of it is documented, but not accessible to me at this time. I don't have all of my SDJs. And so I cannot give an accurate account. But from what we just can see, from what I was able to gather, moderately, good producing animals. Pretty good performing animals. Although we know what happened with Redman, we don't have to necessarily highlight that on this last. Okay? And so when we're looking at this, how do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the added, pressure or expectation that comes with okay, I'm looking at the comment section. Okay, Borderland, Kenneth Bruiser, what's happening? So when you see 2 dogs of that magnitude and they being bred together, how do y'all feel in the chat room? How do y'all feel who comment on the replay game? Or how do y'all feel? Do you feel as though, well, it don't really matter if it's the grand champions, 2 grand champions, or a dog, 2 dogs that ain't did nothing? It's all a gamble. They could throw something noteworthy, and they could not. It's just the look of the draw. When you breed animals of any kind, of any breed, dogs of any breed, it could be a gamble. Or you could say no. That's the whole purpose of us breeding winners to winners is to produce more winners. Because when you breed curs and curs, sometimes curs throw winners, but sometimes they throw more curs. Such as the thing with the cold dog theory. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do not want to add cold dogs. I don't care how many fireballs they throw into their line of animals because they feel as though that will increase their chances of, you know, having um, more cold dogs. And I know it's some people that are not going to agree with what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to agree. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I'm just saying. Wait. Hold on. I'm not. I'm just. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm just saying. You know, order in the court that there are some who believe that if you put the coal in there, you have now made a way for other cold dogs to come down through the line where you didn't have cold dogs in the first place. So if I got curds in there, you know, those days are over with. Those days are over with. But if I don't want heavy white dogs in my pedigree, if I start putting white dogs in there, it's a chance I'm got. But if I got all black dogs, it's just the same way. So some people don't agree with that. They don't agree with that. Certainly some old heads don't agree with, you know, a dog can stand the line and still get bred. Some people, you will never see him again. He won't be for sale, nor will he be for breeding for sure. He is gone. So, but some people just don't feel that way. And those dogs were able to, you know, and as the good brother Schoolboy Garcia has said, he believed that those are anomalies. He believed that those are anomalies. When the cur throw a good dog or a dead game dog, that is an anomaly. You're talking about something that very rarely happens. In most cases, he believed that the winners throw winners. So how do you feel? Hold on, let me go to the comment section. Do you feel as though that this was something? Okay, Kendrick, my boy had, hold on, let me put this up here on the screen. My boy had a double bred son, a red man, Tance London. He was a hell of a producer. Threw dogs that yanked the crown jewels out. Oh, my. I had to grab mine just then to make sure they were still there. Because when you hear that, it makes you... Anyway. Appreciate that Borderland like, subs. Yeah, thank you. It's a gamble. I can say it's a gamble. All love the gamble. 2 grand champions. Look at J.Bo and Honey Bunch. 2 of the baddest to ever do it. And it was nothing with my cricket sound. I got my cricket sound effect in here. Nothing but them cricket. Nothing but them cricket. You know, I got my sad outcome. It was real sad. It was real sad. Don't nobody know what happened to them dogs doing. Real sad occasion. 2 bad dogs. And producing dogs, too. People put that thing on J.Bo head that he didn't produce. Meanwhile, all the guys up that was in Ohio back in the 80s and 90s, don't tell them that. Because they got something that'll bite you up and get out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Ohio players and all them cats that's up that way in the Midwest, scrolling and rolling. Shreveport in the house. Shout out Shreveport, Mike. Hold up. Let me see. Borderland Kennel say, Bruiser say, I believe it's a gamble, but it's better to gamble with better odds. I mean, that just makes sense to me. Forgive me, I'm along with you on that one. I buy a bag of that and smoke it. Yeah, it just look like my odds would be better. You know what I'm saying? And so here we go. Okay, Kendrick Blanchard says it's all a gamble, but you feel better about your chances having one off 2 great dogs. You do. It's no, like you said, it's all a gamble. It's no guarantee, but you do sleep better at night. You do sleep better at night. That was the purpose of back in the days. I'm not saying I was for it or against it, but the 2 dogging thing, 2 and 3 dogging a dog, to make sure that he was gonna stay put. That was really for you. It wasn't for the dog. It was to make sure that you could sleep good at night, knowing that, man, I done probably did everything but by killing and to see what he going. You know what I'm saying? But common sense would say, hell, I really done knocked that about a match and a half out of it. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 matches worth when I just scored drugging like I did. Not even thinking about that part, but you just want to be sure that you don't get out here and get embarrassed. And you got the sad music playing while they standing the line, you know, looking back at you like you must gonna scratch, cause I'm through. I ain't going back over there, brother. Matter of fact, when we finna leave, I'm through. And so, let me go back over here to the comment section. Crockett say, what Crockett say, breed pre-athletes to pre-athletes, you get athletes. I mean, that's what they say. But sometimes you'll get that doggone joker that move like a robot when he's shooting like Bill Cartwright, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you will get you a doggone giraffe built bulldog that come out and you like, where he come from? You see what I'm saying? That's what all of us did that night. We seen that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? When y'all seen what y'all seen with, you know, I'm thinking you talking about Red, man. It made you put that microscope, what you call it, a microscope, a magnifying glass on the rest of y'all. Oh, man. Y'all come off of him. Now, some people, they get rid of everything ever came off of him. Your mom and dad, they got to go. All must go off of you. All your descendants must leave. But some people like, no, because you don't know. You don't know your daddy just quit. You just on the chain. You don't know your daddy quit. And he wasn't a quitter when I bred to get you. He wasn't a quitter then. So like going through it, fine tooth comb to see, is you really, or is you really, y'all know the feeling and the rest of it. But we talking about years ago. You saying, okay, Mr. Turner is in here. Shout out to Mr. Turner. Within a 10-year span, I think the blood held its own weight in gold. 90s, 2000s, stay away from the sloppy Joe stuff. No bottom end. This Banjo dog was from Tassie, 100, and that was Tassie, London. Yes, he did say Tassie, London. Kendrick did say Tassie, London. He gave Tassie his props. Shout out to Tassie. Let me see. Okay. And so, here's your blessing. Said, what you know about London, Mr. Turner? London was slept on. It still was a POR and close to a Rome. Mr. Turner said, have a good one, Champion Baba Joe, and she's a fine example of the keys, beathead, brain. Julio, Stewart, Julio, I believe. Forgive me if I pronounced it wrong. This is again, but sometimes them cold dogs are so inbred that they were just looking for a cross or outcross, and you get some of the best dogs. This is true. This is true. I believe the definition, or within the definition of what we call hybrid vigor, is when you take two pretty much tight bred lines that are different from each other, and you breathe them together, and boom, explosions. I still got to get my Funk Master Flex drop the bomb sound effect in here in my stash to drop bombs on something. But when you have those type of animals that create the Jeep Red Boy cross, produced hybrid vigor according to Katie Marlowe, aka Carolina King, and many others who would, Crenshaw, Al White, others were saying that tramping those dogs, Grand Champion Tank, Marlowe's Champion Cobra, all those that came out of the Jeep Tabby Girl and Jeep Fanny cross were better. I'm thinking match dogs than their mother and father, than their sire and dam. They were better dogs than them. They couldn't have did nothing with them. And could bite. That's another misnomer with the Jeep Red Boy dogs. A lot of times people breathe the mouth out of the stuff when they're trying to keep it tight. The ability leaves. You know what I'm saying? The gainers might stay. Sometimes they lose size, get smaller because you're breathing so tight. Sometimes the defects might come to the surface within the bloodline. But a lot of times the ability will leave. That's why boomerang dogs don't you can't hardly find it's hard to find a devastating boomerang dog. I'm talking about a straight heavy, and I'm talking about not even in modern time. I'm talking about 90s, like, well, no. I'm saying early 2000s, like a lot of that stuff. They was like, and I was like, wait a minute. If anybody know the story of Boomerang, what, about 3 out of 5 he killed in the box. And if you've seen the video of the investigative reporter doing the expose on Pete Sparks and Baker Davis, and they talked to his wife, and the news reporter said, how do you feel about your husband using Boomerang, and Boomerang is killing dogs? You know what his wife said? You know what Baker Davis' wife said? She said they knew what Boomerang was when they got in the box with him. I repeat, they knew what Boomerang was when they got in the box with him. She said at first she didn't like to see the fight and all that. She didn't like that. But after a while, she began to embrace this. She looked at it as a sport. You understand? That's right. R.I.P. Tance. They have some Tance conversations. I ain't gonna put all of it up on the screen. Some of this, need to be. Prophet Google, what's happening? What up, though? Sound like some Detroit. Look at dog, man. TB. Oh, hold up. Slabber Joe El Negro, El Diablo Negro stuff. Ooh, we man. Ooh, we man. Is that all that China girl stuff? The Patrick Zachariah had a lot of crunch. William Torres, what's going on, my guy? Was London and Chester was still around. Man, he threw 12 dogs. Champion read some of his daughters, 12 stuff, and a few females to London. Who was gonna be loaded? Then he could see. Damn. Courtney up with Rip Boy Jocko Assassin. Oh man. Jeep Rip Boy Assassin, cause that's what Beetlejuice is. Excuse me, Can-Am Boys or WCCs at one time. Women City Combines champion Beetlejuice that will end up being Can-Am Boys. And Can-Am Boys had all the stuff off of the famous Deacon to Assassinator breeding. I've talked about that excuse me, on a couple of different occasions. Really a big fan of the Cotton Bullet. And Mr. Turner, my boomerang made Patrick P. He's This, like I say, that's what I'm saying. Right there, what they don't have that anymore. But at one time, they was they was what they was. You know what I'm saying? I think he's talking about Patch P, OSK's Patch P, if I'm not mistaken. Um, uh, Probably coming down through Lil Viper or some of that nature. I did have a double bred son of Lil Viper, but I digress with a quarter pool hall red heavy. I digress, but I don't like to toot my own horn, but toot. But yeah, that sounds like something right there, cause that's one of the boomerang stuff with the Eli that's still, those dogs are still true to form. They're rare to find, but you can find those here and there, in that magnitude. I like the one down from Truck. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. And if you can get your hands, I don't know what the whack and spack stuff that still remains. I don't really know as far as that is concerned. But I never knew what the characteristics, because, like I say, I try not to. Some ignorance you can't help. Sometimes you just know what you know, and then other times you can be contradictory of yourself when you really sit back and think about it, because there are different strands of boomerang or Eli or whatever kind of family of dogs, and one particular strand throws a different type of dog than the other strand. So you can't bunch boomerang all in one thing. You know what I'm saying? Running Duhan strand was Running Duhan strand. The strand that Baker Davis had came from that, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? The kind that Wackenstack had was different. The kind that the other Jack Kelly or Bennett with the Bojangles stuff was different. A lot of Brundle dogs. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't even look the same. Bennett's, Bojangles, there was a lot of Brundle dogs. Um, Duhans and a lot of those dogs, and the ones that Bert Sorrell had, they had a pretty much a phenotype that was about the same. They all kind of looked like boomerangs, or some light buck, red skin, buck skin, cowlick. Some of them almost look like a honey bunch ish dog, or Davis's Chabo ish dog. Yeah, I know him too, Mr. Tan. I talked to him before too, Mr. Bullock. I was around when they had Winky. Very, very heavy art games, Sats Bloody Sunday stuff. DNA tested and everything, true to form. Uh, seen some of that stuff out of Winky before. Bred into some haymaker stuff. At one time, Mr. Bullock had some of the best haymaker dogs in the world at one time. And I don't make no gripes about that. If you wanted a haymaker dog, you should have get not from running Dykes. Although Dykes had, he had haymaker. But after a while, Bullock had the best haymaker dog. That Sarge dog that Chico Lopez selling scrawls off of, I remember when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? When Sarge was on the yard, he came from Bullock. Retard, the low dog retard. You know, Grand Champion Lucky. They lost to Rough and Tough Grand Champion Deuce, Deuce was a son of Barracuda, with a Chinaman, Frisco bottom. Grand Champion Lucky was off of Dykes 8 Ball, which was a Von Zachariah, Deloach Rocker male, and they bred up to, I think, a dog called Miss Taz, a Skull, Boudreaux's Maverick female, and got Grand Champion Lucky. You know, and once upon a time they did used to call him the Mayday Killer, but I digress. Uh, and what Baker Davis said, Correct. Message. Go, go. I'll get our son DeAndre Jerome Dawes' game. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hunt down killers. Thank you, my brother. All the gamble court there was all a chance. I don't care if you don't do your confirmation, your weight pulling, your wall climbing, you what's the proper name for when you run and jump off the dock into the water and they measure like the long jump for dogs. It don't matter what you're doing, but you taking a chance when you're trying to get what you're looking for. And whatever it is, the kind of animal that you're trying to look for, you're taking a chance. But you're going by most likely your eye. I would suggest you do that by what you're seeing. This dog is an athlete. This dog is a great athlete. This dog can climb. You don't have no fear. This dog don't have, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. This dog done pull 850 pounds. The mama dog done pull just about almost a ton. I'm putting them two dogs together and see what I come out with. With the super puller. He gonna be pulling cars like the tow truck company. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me see my I got him. Booger. Who got booger blood? Oh, the other booger. Oh, okay. I'm about to post the stream yard, the link, whatever it is, into the chat. That's what all great breeders do yesterday. On the proper Google up here. Let me put them up here. Hunt down saluting. Dog Man TV salute my brother J.Bo. Okay. You're looking for that blood, Mr. Turner the Booger. Samuel Booger, the old assassin G-Rep boy assassinator. I believe I'm aware of enough pieces to that, but that can be recreated. A Beetlejuice can be recreated because I know where some assassin with a cross of the old Grand Champion Adolf. Anybody ever heard of a dog called Grand Champion Adolf? Where's Dog Society when you need them? Somebody who's aware of the Grand Champion Adolf when who my guy the Native American brother Frank uh had that dog. I don't know why his name is escaping me right now. Frank Jacobs. Jacobs. They had the assassin dogs and all that. That's correct. But some of it have migrated down south, Mr. Turner. Yes, it is in North Carolina. Where it was, it originated out of NC. But like I say, I put the what's my jig, you know. Hold on, let me let me know if the music is too loud. I'm trying to get some ambiance going in here. You know. Like I said, the old blood can be recreated. Y'all let me know if the music's too loud to where you can't hear, you know, what I'm saying. But I think that, like I say, the G Red Boy still out here, you know. There go Dog Man TV. Yeah, there's some stuff that a lot of people looking for. Not a lot of people, but some people looking for the La Paste strand. The old bullet from that way. The old bullet. Well, all of it is from that way. You know, the people who familiar with Paula Poland, you know, she still had the Edward Stoney kind bullet stuff. Still look like the old stuff. You know, in many cases, very well built animals. Some jumpy that produced Grand Champion Grant, heavy Mims, Red Boy Snooty, I believe, and heavy Cotton Bullet through Edward Stoney blood. Yeah, heavy bullet 2. The Paste's bullet 2. That's the old stuff. Mm-hmm. So how do y'all feel about some of these old families of dogs, these crosses, and recreating those crosses in a new way, or simply just finding the old crosses and going with those since they already mixed? Do you feel as though putting the old, remaking those old crosses would make the blood fresh and more refined, or do you think these dogs, even if you do cross them in the same way, the same recipe, these dogs are just nothing like the old dogs? So you might need to get some of the old blood. How do you feel about that? John Kramer. Yeah, we can get into that, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I might have to set up something for a special episode where we get into the cotton bullet, you know, La Paste strand, everybody always talk about La Passe Buster, bullets in the arch missing, and rightfully so. That was a great litter. I don't know how many times they repeated it, and I don't know how many times Bobby Hall probably tried to put some dogs in that litter that weren't supposed to be in that litter, or whoever, or Carver, to the point that the ADBA had to stop it. I think it was at least 26 dogs registered under the Bullets and Arch Missy breed. Lord have mercy. To the point that, them folks at the ADBA, I guarantee you they were sitting around like,
Come on, man. Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on.
I know you ain't gonna keep registering these things, dog. The dog got 25 puppies. There ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog.
Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. They still trying to register dogs up on the Bullets and Arch Missy. If your hogs, hold on. If your hogs going wrong, your Arch Missy ain't strong. Lord have mercy. Look at DT Smith tripping out, Borderland falling out. Turner. Yeah, it was the Turner trip. So, like I said, I'm just taking the time to, to chill out with the community tonight. I just have my two topics, Uh, is there any other cases that need to be brought up on Bulldog Court? Whether it be, in the start of the year, I will be starting back some of my pre-recorded shows. I will be doing lives from time to time when it's an occasion like this one where I have the time to do it and it could be on time and on schedule. Although I had a tardy episode last week, and I appreciate everybody that was able to hang around or visit and pop in and come back and catch me over there. She told me the same thing, Kendrick. She told me the same thing. Told me herself that Bo was a bullet dog, and if you breed Jeep dogs, that way you would see a big difference. Her dad didn't want people knowing his rest. That's what everything you said is what she told me. He said that when he told her that when he died, then you could tell him the truth. But right now, don't tell him the truth. But if you look at Dub and Dot, they look like bullet dogs. They look like 100%. They don't look like a Kobe bullet cross or nothing. Although I wonder where he got that buck skin from. But his mom and dad were jet black. Look just like La Passe Bullet too. They look like Bullet. I think both. Okay, hold on what Dog Man TV saying. I think both. There's some old crosses that stand the test of time, but there are some crosses stand strange that's moving the game further. Yeah. There's some that need to be refined and reconditioned and redone, and there's some that they've been here all this time, and they can continue on to. And usually, to me, it's like Red Boy and a few others that usually can stand and not losing the thing being tight bred. The ones that can handle not being tight bred and not losing the thing, I think those dogs are the ones that are most likely to survive intact through time. Because they can handle their bloodline for whatever reasons. Every bloodline of family dogs do not handle being tight bred. Black Angel dogs do not handle being bred tight. Although, even though Mr. Wiseman and other people that had Rancheria, all them people, he told you not to do that. Do not breed the black the gator dogs tight. Do not breed the little gator dogs tight. People turn right around and bred that stuff tight and got a bunch of cold stuff, but there were some monsters in there. It was some monsters in there. But he was trying to help you to avoid that, and he already had did all the hard lifting, so you won't have to go that way. You won't have to do mess up like he did by he's telling you not to do what I did. But people, I guess they thinking that he trying to steer them wrong. No, we're gonna breathe it tight, and then you got a dog sitting up there that won't even bark at the mailman or nothing. Pretty Rod, what's going on? Mm-hmm. He said it probably Google, both Purdue, way before 100 Bunch on guard, and people are blind to that fact. Yeah, well, on Bulldog with Bo, that was the episode where K and S was a special guest. They pulled up the old 86, 87 SDJs, and during that time period, Phyllis Bo was tied with Pat Patrick's Tombstone as the number one stud dog in the world. That was around 1986, 1987. He was tied with Pat Patrick's Tombstone, and Tombstone is another dog. Everybody holler, but I'm keep asking this question: when was Bolio ever the top producing dog? Now I know he could produce. I'm not saying he couldn't produce, but the one cross that go with him, Bolio get all the shine and the light. But Tombstone was the one that was throwing the dogs. Clearly, if you tied with Finley's Bo for number one in the world, then crystal clearly you are a more superior producer. Two. Anybody who following this show know why I'm saying two. Y'all understand and no pedigrees. I'm saying two. So those dogs were at the top of their game. So I'm just reconfirming what you're saying, Mr. Turner, about Finley's Bowl being a producer before that. And guess what? And produced as an old dog. Magnum and Outlaw came when Bob Finley, I don't think had him anymore. He has an interview up where he's talking about that those dogs, those champions and grand champions that came was after he had sold Finley's Bowl. When he was an old dog, he still was producing. And a lot of dogs, as they get older, they produce less puppies, first of all. So that decreases your chances of having some winning dogs. And then also, too, a lot of people believe that they don't have the same vigor as when his dog was getting bred in their prime, much like a human. You got the old face baby. When the old man have a baby with a young girl and the baby come out with the old man face. Like that. That's what they're trying to say. I'm not saying it's for or against it. I'm not saying it's true or not true. But nature is nature, And so, yes, sir, Betty Rob. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me put this one down. Kids say, Madam and Bronco stood on their own and carried the country. Jenkins Magnum was our Jeep Red Boy. Oh, man, I kind of, I think I seen that. I ain't come out with my eyes, but I seen the pedigree. When he said Jenkins Magnum, there's a dog called Why. His name is Soul. His name of his dog. YSCs, YUSCs, Soul. I wish my computer, the internet was acting right. I could have gone on and pulled him up. But he's a Magnum Grand Champion Fritz. Even though people say Fritz was sterile, I'm just telling you what the pedigree is. And they took this, they took that Soul dog, which was a heavy Magnum dog, and bred him to a Turner. Funny that Mr. Turner, a Turner and Barfields, which had Jenkins trash and all that stuff in there, and bred them together, and then they took a male and a female out of that breed and bred them two together. That is somewhere in a certain part of the country, near Cajun country, but not in Cajun country. I believe. If anybody know Curry, that stuff is still around. That kind of Magnum. I think he crossed his into the balls or Black Pass stuff. Anybody ever heard of Curry? His Magnum dogs are still around from the prime time kennel days and the RC and the So Boy days. Shout out to that kennel that was from Mississippi. That's right. That's what we're breeding great chunk of stock. Fact, Crockett say breed in that time. In their prime. Okay, breed in their prime. Yeah, I mean, like I say, Bob Finley talked about this from the late James Crenshaw and his philosophy. Whether you was a male or female, this is why Jeep could be sold. He had the number one stud dog in the world at the time, and he sold him to Garrett. You see what I'm saying? Because his philosophy was, after a certain age, when they get past about 6 or 7, with 5, 6, 7 around there, you didn't have your best. You don't let off your best loads. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have the one coming out with the old man body. You know what I'm saying? Doing that one leg shuffle, trying to spin around in there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Laying on their back a lot. Legs ain't strong. Back end come off from under them. He's so glued to the floor. You gotta go to the trunk and get you a jack and put get him up off the floor, because you know what I'm saying. I think he champion book Tombstone pedigree is the correct one. 3 to 5. Yeah, that's what he said. I don't go nowhere with stuff now. You know I ain't lying. That's why you said that. I'm telling too much. Okay. You have to read the room. Sometimes you get to telling, so you get to talking and getting free. You know what I'm saying? You're talking freely. You start saying, you know what I'm saying? I got to get, because he land on his back like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he moving around like he need a cane. You know what I'm saying? He young, but he got an old man body. You know what I'm saying? Hip already bad. He 14 months old and got a bad hip already. Some ain't, anyway. He in Mississippi. Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I was saying the area what I saying. I was saying in the Cajun country, but it ain't Cajun country. It's over. Kind of like you over there. You getting hotter. You right in there. You right in that area. And those last ones, you know what I'm saying? From my understanding, I believe it's a few patches of there down in New Orleans area. You know what I'm saying? Of some Magnum type animals that been crossed into some Red Boy. That doing good. And based out of the same guy, the same Curry that we was talking about, but they had took it and did something different with the strand. And so like I say, there are some, man, I'd be very curious, man, to know about those Jenkins dogs. Like I said, I had no knowledge of those dogs, so I never try to make like uh they give any credence or credit away from J.Bo, drummer side, or who, what I'm saying, anybody else that I may have heard of mention the Jenkins dogs, because I had never heard of them. And I grew up, about 3 states over in Georgia, and never heard of them. Never heard of a Jenkins Barfield. I have heard of a Niblet dog. But the Jenkins King and Jenkins Trash and Barfield's Pilot and all that stuff, I had to actually look that stuff up. I'm like, what is they talking about? Like I used to pride myself on knowing some strands of dogs now. I'm talking about all across on the other side of the world. I'm talking about all in Okinawa, Japan. I'm talking about, Beijing. Yeah. Boy, get a whole Jane on some dogs. But I'm saying this was one I have to be honest with you, I didn't know much about. But when they talked about the characteristics, those are just good, and they are so rare that you would just want to keep that alive just for the rarity. Just a Niblet dog. That's like early 1900s. You talking about nibbling in the 1940s, 30s. You know what I'm saying? They got the soup kitchen going still. Trying to feed people that they starving after the Great Depression nibbling. I'm talking about way back, black and white photographs nibbling. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, hunt down. That one from South Georgia, man. I've been in Texas a long time. Don't let the Maine fool you, but I start talking fast, you'll start knowing I'm from South Georgia. When I start talking fast, you can't make out what I'm saying. I'm talking a little too fast. Sound like a city slicker, but making a lot of sense though. Talking real to you, That's what we. Bucky McCoy, yeah. See, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if you um like what Crocky's saying, but it's some stuff like tight. This is from what I have studied. I've seen, and in certain cases, I've seen contrary to that. Like the J.Bo dogs, them dogs been inbred for years, and they still got a great build. They well built animals years later. And when other people got those dogs, they look good. When you just go online and just look at the pedigree pictures of the animals, they're well built dogs. And you look at how they bred, they've been inbred 2-3 times. So by now, if it had bad characteristics in it or um bad builds in the gene pool, they'll resurface. So a great grandmama was bad built and had an underbite and overshadow, whatever the case may be. If you keep inbreeding on it, you're inbreeding on not just the dog that you want. Like when you inbreed on Jeep, you ain't just inbreeding on Jeep. You inbreeding on Bo and Honey Bunch and whoever her daddy was. Well, we gonna say Bullets. The other paper say, I guess. Carves one eye and all that other stuff. So you inbreed on some bullet stuff. So you have to understand that those things will resurface. But if you breeding dogs past their prime, like you said, Crockett, that'll increase your. If you believe that philosophy, that might increase your chances too. Although there are some contradictions, like a Finley's bow. But I didn't never see Magnum out. I never seen. Well, from what I heard about Grand Champion Outlaw, he won 7. The last one, he pretty much won that one on his back the whole time. So maybe his legs were not the best because he came from off of old sperm. I don't know. But I do remember hearing people that was at that match saying that Outlaw pretty much ate the dog up from up under. He was on his back just about the whole time. That could have been just a stronger dog, or it could have been his legs just were shot. You know what I'm saying? And just, I got to make it from here on my back. And so, Supreme Excellence, Royal Mount, Bucky McCoy, that's what I'm saying. E2 Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Detroit old school nibbly dogs. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen some cats talking about nibbly dogs the other day. I forgot what they wanted to breed into some nibbly. I think I was on TikTok and somebody said something about some nibbly. I said TikTok talking about nibbly. I'm on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. Sporting Dog Archive on TikTok. I'm on there. Arrowhead and follow me. I follow Dickie Foster. Shout out Dickie Foster. Many of the community. I found some of y'all, and some of y'all found me on TikTok. I've been on there for about 2 months now, just filling things out over there. Just trying to expand the brand and expand the community to people who love the American Pit Bull Terrier and understand their very complex and advanced history to this fine breed. So if you're over there, same thing is over here, Sporting Dog Archive. Grand Champion Sweeper, the Nibbler stop played a big play, and here's his head. Street Sweeper. Did that Triple J Street Sweeper? Hold up, I got somebody about to come in here. Hold up. Oh man. J.Bo.
What's that, man?
We got the honorable J.Bo. Man, what's going on? We got the honorable J.Bo in the house. Where my applause at? Hold on. Let me get my applause going for my brother. Shout out to J.Bo joining me on this episode of Bulldog Court. What's going on, man?
That round and sprinkles I come to share with
They thinking they here give me the business, J.Bo. They ride me in the first beginning of the show, man. They went to ride me, man.
we ain't letting you go off that easy, all intelligent and shit. We ain't letting you get off like that easy.
Hey, Crockett said sprinkle. Who that was? Dorian, somebody said sprinkle. They say sprinkle.
Yeah, man, we ain't letting you go off that easy.
Sprinkle, I want me on sprinkle. Titty sprinkle tonight. What you got going on?
We ain't letting you off that easy, man. Let's get cussed out together. Where you want to get cussed out first? You're talking about them Jenkins, the Jenkins Magnum dog from Glenn Turner. R.I.P. Glenn. I ain't gonna say we was the best of friends, but every time he seen us, we was in blackface. So that's probably the best way he remember us, Cause we used to go back and forth, and we used to go back and forth with him, and that the man that you talking about, I had washed him. Remember the time I told you I put the whole bottle of Dawn soap on him, and they had to rinse him off with about 4 things of water, and I drank that milk up.
Yep. And you said all the tears are running around chasing up to the bubbles.
Yeah, man, I had to cook it in my pocket. I drank half that milk, bro. They were mad at me, bro. But that's the chicken that you talking about.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I heard. I remember the story though. I can't forget it. That was hilarious.
But that was the dog. That's how all those dogs bred. That's how tick stuff bred back into. They had some descendants of them dogs when almost 6 hours, man.
That is crazy.
Yeah, then Champion Puppy. KNS worked on. I think it was Cobra Kennel's Champion Puppy. They ended up beating him, but they kept him. So that's another one of these conversations. He lost the Champion Puppy, and they kept him, and they matched him again, and he won, and they matched him again, and he quit. And one of my partners from Baton Rouge got him, and he matched him, and he won. And he matched him again, and he lost. He quit. He got rid of him. And then somebody else got him. And then he won. And then he lost another one. So I ain't heard of him since then. But that was a line of dogs. So some almost big game dogs come from that dog, man. Big old Brenda
Right.
dog. Big old Brenda dog. Now the ball field ones, they were mostly black and tan. They wasn't dead game dogs, but man, all of them go 2 hours. You go out 2 hours with them, you'll beat them. But boy, ain't many people dogs going no 2 hours, bro. But they didn't have
Right.
no talent. They wasn't talented at all. But the music dog probably was a little talented. But the black and tans wasn't as talented as the Brenda dog was. But on that, these
Right.
guys had the Hammond boys. They also made a living off those dogs. The Jenkins dogs.
Right.
They might have been one of the more successful people that had them.
So what did they have black ones or did they have black and tan or brown and tan?
Well, we had little mates. I had that one time, one of them from that Jenkins Hamster dog or red dog. So they had red dog, the little mate sister. And I had another male off a champion, Mighty Mike, a buckskin male, and they had his little mate, brother. But the Mighty Mike stuff, they were buckskin. The mother dogs were kind of red, but the Hamster stuff, they were red nose. But they the monster and everything. I
Wow.
like them more. They were really talented. They stood on their feet. They could really wrestle. Hell of a head dog.
Right.
Yeah, somebody stole mine.
Man.
But them
PG
some help.
Blaster said talk about. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is it PG Blaster said talk about 2-time winner Red Man, Bo?
Well, dead serious. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Tance, man. I'm glad. If you listen to my Tance, I'm glad you gave me the last 5, 6 months of your bro. Like we used to hang together every day. He had started back to get high a little bit. We used to talk about how he was feeling. He had wanted me to breed a couple of them dogs for him because he felt he wasn't getting the respect that he should have with the dogs. They had another guy that's here. And then one of my partners had the Patrick stuff. And I got another partner down as well. He had the Bronx stuff, the snooty. He had the snooty stuff. And they
Yes,
crossed it
sir.
with the Patrick. And they crossed that with the Patrick dogs. So when they combined that together, then they took that and bred to London to get champion Punisher. I think Punisher won 5. We might have won 6. I think BGO had another champion. They got another champion in that little. I think actually he even took Punisher. Big Scratch had a bitch called what's the sister, bro? Well, she was out on a Charlie Brown daughter to a non-stop dollar bill, and she was going for her third before somebody hollered. It come the police, but they
Mm-hmm.
bred punch to her, and he got some 2 hour dog that went 2 hours and something out of that. So not only was he was producing, it's just they were producing. But they took that bred to Champion Magic with some black jack stuff, but they sent it to some drama side stuff. And they were producing. So that was the Patrick Snooter, Red Man stuff. So when he came by my house, he told me he was going to breed the Red Man. He wanted to breed the Red Man. Except when I did all I could to talk him out of beating the red man. Then it came in a journal where, they had the thing on the match report about they lied, said he had won, but he didn't. And I tried to get
Right.
him to talk. Well, I said, why aren't you gonna get in your you gonna spend your whole day to go ride to breed to occur? You could do that here. And I tried to talk him out of it, bro. So I don't know if he actually bred the red man or he bought a dog from them and he bred to him. But I'm so glad he didn't listen to me, bro. But
Right.
them boys, I'm so glad they didn't listen to me, bro. But they got some hell of a dogs out of it, and they got some hell of a dogs out of them, and they got some hell of a dogs out of them. Which the other guys still around who actually made them breedings.
Right.
But look, they starting to get a little rough though. They look like they started to when you start inbreeding them, look like they're starting to bite a little bit. And then Mark Davis just lost his stud dog. I think his name was Legend or something. And
Oh, okay.
I think he really put him on the ground, bro. You ever talk to Mark?
No. Um, like I said, I just was able to get his information. I was going to do it. He had two black brundle banjo dogs he was breeding together and selling
Mm-hmm.
pups off of them at one time. But that went back to the truck dog and all that stuff. Some of the Martinez banjo stuff.
Now I think he did real
Some of that
good
old
with
stuff.
he did real good with them dogs probably in this area. He probably the man to go to the one some of that stuff. I talked to him one time. I got a chance to meet him, and
Right.
I seen three of those dogs out of that BB Red to Gabe to Banjo. Them some real good dogs. And I think he had one of those dogs, Little Mate. Them some real good dogs. They were rough. They was fast. They was fast mile. It wasn't hard mile. I don't know. Loco was pretty good though. I seen Loco go 3 hours and 19 minutes off the chain, bro, against the son of Bob Hackman, and he died in Hope. Hey,
Dang.
bro, he died in Hope. The other dog quit about 150 and went 319, and he died in Hope.
That's Hellacious right there.
Yeah,
The
bro,
Idaho.
died in Hope, bro. That's one you never see again in life.
Right.
Son of Banjo, went to his sister, daughter, off a grand champion game. That not only was he a he was quiet, he was bred like that, yeah.
Right.
But they both them other ones
Everybody,
was black though. I like the black ones too, the ones but they had some looked like Randall, but the other one was black. I seen the ones off of Meathead. I seen a couple off of Meathead.
or how Meathead was bred. He was out of that same stuff.
I think it's the Alpha Combine had some of it. And that's where they got it
Oh,
from.
okay.
Got it through Levi. The champion Buster dog came down from that Meathead stuff. I think that champion Red Rocker dog came down from out of that Meathead stuff. And I seen both of them, Red Rocker and
Red.
Champion both.
Why that name sound familiar to me? Red Rock.
Yeah, big old
That name
head.
sound familiar to me.
Yeah. Supreme half of those dogs were Brundle, and they was unbeatable, bro.
J.Bo talking about that Brumble. Look at it out
Yeah,
free accent.
especially that stuff from ALG. That Thibodeau stuff from ALG,
Oh,
bro.
man.
See that now,
You're going
that's
to be
why I
Sabrina
didn't.
was in them.
Yeah, but I wonder why they never crossed those dogs with the drinking dog.
LG Tour. Wow. LG Tour Jenkins, dog?
Yeah, bro, look like that should have been the cross back in the day, bro. Stuff known to be game like that, and dogs known to be killers like they were.
That's what I would have been trying to do. I want that. I want that insurance to go to long haul if I got to. But I'm finna put that grill on. I'm finna
Yeah,
put that grill on there.
look like they should have lined up though.
I would have been just trying that Jenkins stuff different way. Chinaman. Man, tried to see some Midnight Cowboy. I tried it with old Boudreaux. I tried it with some LG.
I seen them trying one way. I seen them. I guess they're still trying one way. I seen them with a little red bar stuff in it. I seen the ones with the Boudreaux side. I kind of like those. The ones that were Boudreaux. Most on the bottom side of them to the Jenkins stuff. I kind of like those. But they were paper mouth. They fought their chest hard, bro. But I'm talking about, man, number tone. That's all they was giving you. And then it was rough as hell, bro. They just couldn't bust a balloon, you know. The ones with the hands and stuff, those are the ones that were putting it on your butt.
With the hounds and stuff in there.
Yeah, them ones that put it on your butt, man. Well, Glenn was a mastermind, though. I know I in prime time, I think they were still upon them. But they used to go into each other.
Prime time killers. And
Yeah.
you said Robert Ricard and them, or was that prime time? You said they crossed. All of them had some kind of, well, not prime time. Garcia and them had some kind of Jenkins. They were crossing the Passe blood into it.
I want to say prime time was kind of. He kind of affiliated with him, but he was a man of his own pocket. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, he kind of had the stuff that he wants. If that's the stuff that he liked, well, you know, he kind of had what he wanted. It's like Glenn and them had families from dogs. Look like they come down for more mentors and you know, he was a real dog man, bro. Glenn was a real dog man. He was a real dog man, bro. I think some gonna like it, some ain't gonna like it, dog. He was what he was, you know, but he was a real dude, he was coming. But some dogs that he had, they were most, I think that whole yard full of bunch of dogs, but all them dogs were bunch. You think it's something they had? But they had a set of black ones, dog. They had this, what you think?
That was the ones, the black ones. The black ones, but I was saying the old pictures I seen, the Bucky McCoy stuff, a lot of that stuff with Brundle. I'm talking about way back. Some of that stuff with Brundle. When you get to that old Broderick dog that's in the pedigree, I think you go way back, you see that Broderick dog in there.
Yeah. See, that's the color that we had on that Broderick's in that, but they were mostly red though, but they were that color. That old funny looking color with the Eddie Monster.
Right.
And they were real. Their mouth, they was real mild. You know, their mouth used to just clap together. You know what I mean? They was real mild. You know, they whined all the time. They dogs, and them dogs was the devil, bro. They hated an animal. They hated another animal. But they never gave us papers on none of them dogs. We never got papers on none of them dogs. Bro. They tell you how it's bred, but you never got no papers on.
Right.
But they let you look at it.
Oh, before you get them, they let you look at them?
You can look at them. Yeah, they let you look at them.
I ain't tripping on that right there back then. I ain't tripping on that. That's all right there. That means you confident. That means you confident. He gonna like what you see.
Yeah. And they gonna try to pick up on you before they tell them to. They're gonna try to double hit you.
Kansas say Patsy had a grand champion off the Jenkins Magnum to her Buster Bullet stuff. So they was doing that. No wonder your boy kept talking about Cotton Bullet this and he didn't have no Jenkins, did he?
No.
Yeah, River didn't have Jenkins dogs, did he?
I don't think he
Cotton
did.
Bullet though, didn't he?
But he loved that Malone and stuff, but he said he loved the Cotton Bullet stuff. The Positive Ralph stuff. He said he just thought this was some of the games, that was some of the best dogs that he'd ever seen. He loved that family dog.
Right. Salute, Knuckle, Book, and Mag Channel. Welcome to the Bulldog Court. Pressure. Salute, Pressure.
So if the boomerang stuff was so important and it had the longevity in it, what happened to the pool all red stuff?
I don't know. The last of the pool hall red was the hacksaw stuff you seen. That's gonna be the last some of that. Cause it had pool hall red in there.
It was just
it
was just a game, bro.
Diamond Jim Luther.
It was just a game.
Right.
I don't know. I hear mixed things on pool hall red. The pool hall red. I hear good stuff like what Mad Dog say, and then I hear stuff somebody turn around and refute that, and I always kind of shit on her a little bit, you know.
Right.
What's your stay on?
I looked at like I said, I just only went by what I read from Frank Walker book and his account of what Mayfield said that he did rub her when he went into her with the Mayfield's easy female, and he said years later that he did rub her. That's why she lost. But he said even though she got rubbed, he said when he took Easy home, he said he could put two fingers in the holes that Pool Hall Red was putting in Easy. So he could put two of his first two fingers in the holes. That's how hard she would bite. But I looked at her primarily like as a producer, because she produced Champion TK for Ira Jarrett. She produced Champion Thor and Woods Bart and you know, all those dogs like that for Atlas Brewer. And I looked at her more like a producer, more than, because that don't look pretty. Two wins and two losses. Mm-hmm. That's how bad as Snooty. That don't look too good.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm saying.
I don't look at him as a performer. I look at him as a producer. He fared wetter in the stud and brood pen than he ever did in the box. You know.
So how you look at the people? If he's not a warrior, and you look at him as a producer, how you look at the people that did all the breeding after he had uh, quit and they continued the breeding.
Um, I look at him like a lot
Well,
of the old folks that
let me cut you off. Do they get a pass for that? Because now we know history of what
no,
they've done.
no, they lied to us. They lied. A lot of them lied to us, J.Bo.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get no pass for lying. I don't give you no pass if you lie to me. But I appreciate you though in a way, cause it made us have high standards, cause we actually believe you.
So
And
do
we
we
did
give a
what we
dog?
said.
So we giving the dogs that pass, the pass they quit.
I don't give none of no pass that quit. But I understand
Well, and
if
you
it
know that
wasn't
ain't
for the ones
nothing.
that quit and they got bread, we wouldn't be talking about a lot of these dogs we shouldn't have been talking about. So I
So that's right.
can't say that either.
So what I'm saying is, so it ain't our fault about what they did, and without them, there wouldn't be none of the dogs that we're talking about of the day. So I mentally, we must give the dogs a pass, or we giving those breeders a pass. So the opposite, they're not giving them none of the credit to none of the dogs. So we giving the breeders a pass. So we started talking about all the good that they done. But look at it and my feet and your feet, not our shoes. Just look at our feet before we even had shoes. About if you had that curve and you would have been over there breathing and us groups of people, you know what we'll be saying about you over there.
Yeah,
But check this out. Suppose I
like a
kept the
dog.
curve. Suppose I kept the curve. And look at the group of people and y'all know me and I will continue to breathe. What you think you know what y'all would be saying about me?
You gonna ride your bad, J.Bo.
And not only that, you wouldn't have cared what he threw. You still wouldn't have been through it. Because you know he was a cook.
I know it.
So why we give everybody else a pass?
That's true. That's true.
You know, I'd rather go to church by the whole number. You know the church at the whole Ralph Nation?
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a church where the whole number Ralph Nation. They keep one of them curves in my yard like that.
And see, that's the thing right there, J.Bo. Like you say, y'all heard you said it before. You saying it's not like you trying to make what you saying is right or wrong, whatever. But once you got put on that mind frame of philosophy, that's never gonna leave you. You see what I'm saying? Even after you find out the truth was,
I'd rather ride with you and go to church where the whole number Ralph Nation. I might have earphones on. I might have earphones on, but I just stay an hour and a half.
that's what I'm
If you
saying.
had to give me a choice.
And like you said, dang. And like you said, that's after we found out the truth. When we hear the old timers confess. Well, I know what I said back then, but I was competing and everything. But the dog that quit, we bred him, and I gave him to such and such, and he also bred him. And well, wait a minute, I thought y'all was rivalries, y'all didn't get along. Well, you know, we competitive, whatever that mean, and but we was buddies, and we went to church together, and we shared some dogs, you know. And we got Bolio, he come through and we bred him and I passed him along. You know, we got a lot of good dogs out of that stuff, but it was some curs that we kept. And we looking like, okay, so all them curs throw champions and grand champions and all that. and some of them dogs in our pedigree today, we still kept the same philosophy. I don't care nothing about what happened before I got the dog. Yeah, I don't care what happened before I got the dog. But these ones I got.
Yeah, so that's that past. That's that past that we give them because of that we defining it like that. That's that past. We give those people a pass because they stumbled up on something. You know, you be around these dogs 112 years, everybody gonna stumble up on something, dog. It's gonna be a pile of crap. That's the first thing you gonna stumble upon. And then you're gonna get lucky. You're gonna get lucky. And you're gonna stumble upon some of that. And then you're gonna get wise. And then you're gonna keep doing what you stumble upon. You call that success. You know, like I said the other night, but some people just want so much credit for a dog that don't get half the credit that he should get all the credit.
Yeah, because he'll lay it all the way out on the line for you.
Well, they had no separate fight that night.
If somebody fight me too hard, I might get out of there.
Yeah, they had no
all the way out for me.
Yeah, they had no separate fight that night when they turned me loose. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah, some people be talking like they'll take the forfeit and they're going to the dog.
Right. I did and I that. And I did that. And I did that.
Yeah, I'll give you, well, check this out. I'll give you 100 pounds. Come on, go into mine.
That's funny. The old dude over there at church point, say your dog, say your dog. J.Bo get bit. Say J.Bo. Say J.Bo.
J.Bo gonna say the stuff.
Trying to get
J.Bo gonna say the stuff. I'm going over the wall. I'm gonna say myself.
He said, I don't want nobody ever tell me again that dog ain't had no mouth. The way that dog ain't bit me, you a dog gonna lie. I don't want to hear that. I'm gonna cut you out. If you tell me the dog got a mouth, I'm gonna cut you all the way out.
I'm rubbing my leg right now. I'm rubbing my leg right now. I'm gonna let dog got no mouth. The dog laughed herself when I hollered.
Oh man.
I can still see it now.
I'm scared of dog.
So I can still see it now when I left the house. My girl said, where you going with them brand new jeans on? I said, I'm just going down here by the dogs right quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, all right. One thing led to another, and I come home with a hole in my jeans. With my knee hanging out of it. How about the breaker stuff?
The breaker?
Yeah. Would that be yellow 2 inches and red bar stuff?
Yep. That's it. A hardcore breaker. Yep.
Yeah.
And I say the hardcore, they had so many of those dogs. Like I said, they deserve their own segment, their own, section of a show just talking about nothing but hardcore. You got 2 dogs of the year and champion Doogie and grand champion 9 Millie in 2000. You got so many champions like champion Bozak and Milo and all those dogs. Redman. It's a lot of dogs that they had. Tech 9 and the list goes on and on. But they primarily ran a Red Boy Jocko Jeep cross dog. It might have a little rascal in a little touch of it maybe, but primarily Red Boy Jocko Jeep or Yellow Jeep.
Yeah,
Breaker. is a registered married female. She produced a lot of those dogs for them.
Yeah, I seen Boot Camp Click Beauty and a little brother champion Hulk. They do was one time with her. I think she made POR with champion Rock Man. Uh, she got 2 or 3 champions, but she got 3 champions. Uh, uh, Bunny at one time won champion Earl Campbell. Compared to that Cottonmouth dog.
Okay.
And a champion Gwendolyn. And she was a real good dog. But them dogs was black, bro. Oh, that champion horse was black.
Non-stop say BCC Sadie. Who is that?
That's another one. See, I think Sadie was down from they had Sadie. She come from boot camp, or she come from Gary County. I don't Sadie was off she was off of Mania. Oh, she was off of Miss Booster. Oh no, she was off of Miss Booster, wasn't it? That big red Sadie to Cottonmouth. That's a real good dogs off of that, bro. The dude that had Kevin Fletcher had one of them. I think that red thought around 2 or 2, bro. She didn't take to the Sadie dog.
Right.
And she didn't take. But she was decent, bro. I seen her go. I seen one of her daughters go too. I forgot about. She was a Tennessee dog.
Say, man. Outstanding dogs come from up out of Tennessee during that era, during that time. You know?
Yeah, if nothing
they
else,
was
it
a
was
lot
going.
like Louisiana. They was getting stuff from out of Missouri, Arkansas area, all the way back down into Georgia and Northern Alabama area. Oh, they were grabbing dogs out of Kentucky, Cincinnati, Southern Ohio areas. So you could find a little bit of everything you want to see in Tennessee. But the G dog primarily, with the Red Boy and the Rascal stuff.
Oh yeah, she was out of locked up.
Black Yellow, Little Rooster, okay.
Yeah, I kept my dog free Tennessee for about 10 years before I actually lost them,
Uh-huh. Big Tennessee in the building. Yeah, I heard that pressure. Yeah, a lot of good stuff still over there to this day. Like I said, I don't see Vernon Star in the chat. But like I said, he got folks. He said he got folks in Chattanooga. Every time he go over there, he's still looking for the Cotton Bullet dogs over in that area. And where Mr. Cotton was at, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Like I say, it's a lot of that stuff. Oh, a lot of good blood. Like I say, Palin, all those guys, Stevens and Companies, all them cats.
Man, I had just missed Bobby Koch, bro. Mr. President.
Yep.
He had just got out of dogs when I met him, but man, maybe about 2 weeks, bro.
Good night, Cracker. I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Hollering at your boy. Lock Yellow was Grand Champion Yellow, the hardcore breaker. Okay. So they go back right into that same stuff we were just talking about, the hardcore breaker. But you were talking about J.Bo, the hardcore breaker, the yellow stuff. Yeah, Red Boy
Yeah,
Taco G.
I bred to her. I been turned around to her. They ain't get no puppies off of her. And then they bred cottonmouth to her. And got some nice females off of her. I think they're supposed to bred it to nonstop. Maybe a dollar beer dog, but become a missing after that.
I would love to see some termite bred into some of that old J.Bo blood. I don't know if I would be the person to take that chance. Like, I'm fly like you, J.Bo. That's something I want to see, but I want the dude down the street to do it, and then let me see what it's, you know what I'm saying? I might not be the, because I got stuff I like better than that, but I know combinations, you know, like a combination on a lock. Sometimes they unlock stuff. You hit the right coordinate, you know what I'm saying, the right numbers, and voila, you looking like, you know, the Mega Millions, you know, whatnot.
Yeah,
Almost $1 billion.
it took cottonmouth, like I said, the little made butter to what I had in bed too. That female, and got 3, 4 good ones. And then it took cottonmouth to bred to her mama, and got three cancers and a couple one-time ones.
Right.
And then I think out of one of them, those champion gremlins. In total, they got 4 or 5 champions out of that stuff. I think couple one-time ones. I had one of them 2, mine was stolen.
Right.
Matter of fact, they took them and bred some of the poncho stuff and got champion weenie, got non-stop 1-2 picked up in 4 hours or something, and another 224, and Wolverine 1-2, which was the fox female that they took and bred to Future Man. They got one out of that when the better champion open. Those are ever the test time. And they also had the red manual to that female too. It was nice too. I think a big size of it, you know, maybe 20 dollars or something.
Right. There was a lot of stuff. Now, what thing you like? Is it true or not? Maybe I done heard so many ones, and I go back and listen. What was it that you did not like about the what's the name of that dog, man? It just jumped in my head. The raghead dog.
I really like them. Man. I ain't seen one thing wrong with them. And that's what the guy told me who had him. He said that he didn't like about him. You putting in breed in it and back to the rag stuff.
Right.
That's the only fault I seen him have. And then that wasn't the fault that I seen. That's what he told me. He couldn't breed the raghead dogs back into the rag dogs.
Right.
Yeah, he just said he thought they didn't, he didn't get wrong. I'm being nice, I ain't gonna say what he said. But he just said he didn't get no good dogs out of it. But the thing about it, when the dogs that he claimed that he didn't like out of it, that didn't pass for him some kind of way, through the dog.
Right.
When where's the pup milk? I don't
and
know
the
if you
killer
listening to what
dog.
I just. I don't know if you listening to what I just said.
You gotta say it to me again. Make sure I heard it right, man.
Dog that he didn't like it didn't make it. They said that he couldn't breathe through the rag and stuff because the main dog that he did couldn't use. It just didn't work.
Right.
They wasn't game dogs. But those same dogs bred to something else, produce a good dog.
But you bred it back into each other. It throw rank curves. But if you took it away from it, it throw the world beater, throw the board out.
Yeah. That
We go back
happened.
into what we were talking about earlier in the chat. It what we gonna talk about earlier in the chat. That if you take certain stuff a certain way, whether it be confirmation wise, attitude wise, one way you do it, every bloodline do not handle inbreeding or line breeding as well as others. You know, some stuff you must take out of the family or outcross it to get anything worth having. And this is just another example with the raghead stuff going back to rags. When he took it back into itself, it was nothing that you wanted to have. Take it away from it, breathe out of it. Now you got something that you can use, you know.
But you can inbreed it to itself. And it was getting killed. And it was getting killed.
Yeah, no. No, so I just made a list of everything that go with that J.Bo blood. Red Boy Jocko, Banjo, Cadillac 2, Turbos, Elmo, Cottonham, to itself. Or even to itself, just about anything to that J.Bo blood. Now, and not just with bragging, like I said, I hope you heard me bragging on your stuff. And like I said, if you just look at the pictures of the dogs and look at the pedigree and how they built, there's a contradiction that if you breed a dog type, you're going to get deformed, overbite, undershot, cricket legs or whatever, all kind of diseases or whatever. You know, they got what you call them, a rash on them. They hair fall off every now and again. All kind of stuff wrong with them. But your dog, when you look at the pictures of Bottle Rocket and a lot of other dogs, so that they got pictures, those dogs tight bred and built very well. They bones is thick, everything that you want to see. So not every line does that. You know, not every line gonna start looking deformed, because that's just the proof right there.
And you already know they were saying.
You said the tighter you bred it, the better they look. Okay, Todd Green in there. Okay.
Hey, now.
They're right.
Everything out there.
I'm trying to turn your phone.
I'm about to call it a night, gentlemen. I'm about to call it a night. I'm glad J.Bo came on the show, so that way he won't ride me. Cause I got off too early. on tomorrow when he go on, he won't ride me tomorrow. Saying the show got good, and he got out, and I got out of there. He wouldn't let me leave off like that. For my applause, just shout to everybody. Hey, I just got my whole conditioning session with my boy. Well, I'm glad we can help you out.
Well, somebody beating up the front door. Ain't no round crew tonight. What I missed out on.
I'm trying to close it out. Somebody in the chat. What up? Let me see. He said, man, Charles Green said, man, y'all got me through my whole conditioning session with my boy. But I'm glad we can help out. So, Kendrick Blatcher say, every rascal. I guess he's saying the J.Bo stuff go hard. That's the way we went with it. With the muffin dog.
He bought the muffin from who I sold it to. You heard me? Yeah, so he done his own thing with muffin. He the one made that little muffin breeding to the Jack Kelly dog. He did that.
Okay. And now, which one was the Jack Kelly dog? That was the Boomerang or that was the Mighty dog?
That was the Machine Gun Kelly dog. Yeah, the Gator dog.
Okay.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, he made that breed. Them dogs got a 20-year life. Water got.
Man.
So he was a part of Water when it started.
I see that guy was Water when I first heard your voice and I went on there looking. I said, I wonder this dude, J.Bo, what kind of dogs he got? And I heard somebody say, man, you know, I heard you say I just got on Tony Montana back here. He back there, man. He back there. I was like, Tony Montana? I went and looked at the dog. I said, dog, man, this dog bred just like the stuff we had. And I kept seeing the name Swamp Water. And there's something said in the back of my mind, get with that man right there. You might not better get with J.Bo. Keep with that man right here. And I'll be down on this.
He was a part of that when they started. He also had bred that Cajun man dog. They got some dogs in Northside had that went 3 hours or something.
Right, the Cage man, the LeBlanc, the Carl Mims, Red Boy stuff.
Yeah, he made that breed. The Monica bit come from him. They went to 3 hours and stuff. So he just talking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And I know he ain't just a talker, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got some real history. He's solidifying what y'all was saying. You know, he named a lot of the same stuff that y'all was saying. You know, like I say, everybody can't say they had some stuff out muscle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, what I would have given to have some off the Whitehead dog.
Oh, look, that was his partner where Bouncer come from.
Oh, for real? Oh, man. Oh,
man. He with those guys. They don't have that Ducey dog, they're off of Frisco. They had a male direct off of Frisco. We still arguing about that. I think want to fly some to them out and tell me I'm wrong. I don't care about me being wrong. I was just laughing.
Yeah, cheese fault. So much cheese. Cut down on this. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, folks. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. She puts some good stuff in there. If it's going about almost 4 hours, good gracious. But you just happen to have to go into a chinky dog.
One of them back.
Man. That gonna go forever.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad you was able to come on the show tonight, so you won't ride me tomorrow. That I waited till the show got good, and then I jumped off. So I'm glad you came on here to stop me from jumping off and telling me, hey, you think we're gonna let you get out here with all that intelligence and stuff? No, you finna come on here and talk to these bulldogs. And so
I've been rooting them down for tomorrow. Yeah, I've been rooting them down for tomorrow.
That's right.
You have a good night, my brother. Have a nice show to you, man.
Always, J.Bo. Always good talking to you. And shout out to all of y'all. Round of applause for my brother J.Bo. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all check out Dog Man TV on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time. Bulldog with Bo. You know, they always come on without a topic, but it's always something to spread the time and talk these dogs to about 8:45 to 9. They're probably around their time. J-Bo's gonna have to turn it in around that time. But if you get in there beforehand, we're gonna talk to these dogs. So take a ride with Bulldog and with Bo tomorrow. This is your host, Get a Hold James, because we got to get a hold of the game. Y'all be easy, and we gone.